Welcome, it's Ryan with the Andrew Agency Insurance. We're an independent agency located in Richmond, Virginia, and once a week we put out a video to answer common questions that we receive to help you make a more informed decision about insurance. This week I want to talk to you about liability limits. We get lots of calls and people often ask, do I really need more than the minimum required liability? Before we get into that and answer that question, let me explain what liability coverage is and why you need it. Liability coverage is required by the state of Virginia. So if you have tags on a car, you must maintain liability coverage. Otherwise, you have to pay a $500 uninsured motorist fee. Liability basically covers the other person if you're involved in an accident and you're at fault. It will cover them for injuries and property damage or vehicle damage. In Virginia, you have to maintain at least $25,000 per person, up to $50,000 per accident, and up to $20,000 of vehicle and or property damage. I can tell you right now, there are several cars in around the Richmond area that you cannot replace for $20,000. Much less if somebody is injured. So what happens if you have a policy and all you have are the state minimum limits? You're involved in an accident, you're at fault, medical bills alone are in excess of $100,000. Your policy that you spent a few less dollars on is going to basically pay out $25,000. They're going to send you a letter informing you it's a pretty good idea, you better get an attorney. The balance is coming out of your pocket. Some people will say, well, I just don't have it, so I can't pay it. And that may be true. But what's happening more and more are judges are basically garnishing future wages. So you'll go into court and he'll say, okay, you don't have the money, but you're going to pay 20, 30% of your paycheck until this bill is paid off. A much smarter way to go about protecting yourself is to increase those liability limits. The cost to do so is minimal. And when you call to get an insurance quote, ask them to run a couple different scenarios. And you'll see just for yourself exactly how inexpensive it is to go to the next bracket, which is $50,100, or the standard limit of $100,000, $300,000. If you're a homeowner, I recommend at least $250,000, $500,000. And on top of that, to get what's called an umbrella policy. So again, to answer the question, do you need more than the minimum liability coverage? Yes, you do. This is Ryan Andrew with the Andrew Agency Insurance. Have a great day.